What it do? This is your brother Bishop of Bishop's Own TV, and today another episode of Mad Black Women. Now, before I get into my spiel, don't forget to like and subscribe, and please tell a friend who got a MILF who might want to, holler at your brother. I'm just joking. I'm just playing. I'm married. Anyway, let's talk about Tobe Nwigwe. Tobe Nwigwe out of Houston, Texas. To be exact, A-Leaf, Texas, has got into some hot water with some black women. Now, I'm not generalizing all black women, but there is some black women who are speaking out against Tobe Nwigwe. And I'm trying to understand, why is this a thing? This hit me out of nowhere. I was just randomly on Facebook and happened to see a friend of mine, I'm not going to call her out, or an associate. She's not a friend, but she's an associate, make a status saying how Tobe in his relationship with his wife, who goes by the name of Fat, is very problematic. How this brother talks to her like he's in disgust. He's very disrespectful to his wife. And I started to, and then it took me down a rabbit hole of other black women complaining about Tobe Nwigwe. To the point where they're trying to cancel this brother. And so I looked at some old interviews that him and his wife had where they talked about how they met. This is where all the hatred for this man comes from. These interviews that they had that dropped 4 years ago explaining how they met. And what it reveals about these angry black women, these angry, bitter black women. Again, not to say that all black women are bitter and angry, but y'all know who y'all are. Y'all know y'all bitter as fuck. But these women had a problem with how they met, because Tobe Nwigwe was basically saying, look, initially I didn't want to be with her, but she won me over, she won my heart, and now we are happily married and we are one, with 3 children, by the way. And a lot of women are upset with his transparency. And see, that's the problem. It's not Tobe and his transparency. That's actually a good thing. That's a refreshing thing to hear a brother be transparent with the woman so she'll know what she's getting herself into. But, a lot of these women have not been conditioned to take honesty. They have not been conditioned to accept transparent men. They really want men to lie to them. I'm not talking about all black women, but a large percentage of women in general want men to lie to them. And to hear him, which, by the way, let me just say this. Throughout some of those old interviews, he never called out a name. He didn't tell her, like, shut up. He didn't get belligerent. He didn't get loud with his wife at the time they were, just dating. He didn't do any of that. He just said, I didn't see myself with you. And you know what? The real problem women have is not only due to conditioning, but because it's really just a double standard. Women do that. A lot of women say that's how they met their man all the time. A lot of times you'll see these quote unquote love stories, and how it began is basically a man had to pursue this particular woman over and over again just to finally win her heart. And nobody blinks an eye. Nobody bats an eyelash. They just go along with it. They say, oh, that's romantic. Oh, Sam, when we first met, I was not feeling him. He came up to me and I was like, no, I shunned him away. But after a while, I warmed up to him, and he would just come by to my job in my cubicle and just send me notes after notes. And 2 years after friend zoning him, I finally said, yes, let's get together. Women do that all the damn time. But because a man did the same thing that these women do, because he chose her, or what they say, picked me, which is so derogatory and so unnecessary to call a woman who chooses to pursue a man a pick-me, but because he said, look, I'm good, until he was ready to pursue a relationship, that's a problem. That's a problem. The double standards. And here you got these women, because of the conditioning, because of the Western society conditioning these women to believe that a man should just sweep them off their feet like some goddamn Disney movie. He's a problem. He's cancerous. I mean, goddamn, they so concerned with his wife. I'm like, are y'all trying to eat her out? I'm not understanding. Do y'all want her? Do y'all want fat? No disrespect to the sister, but just seeing some of these comments from some of these bitter and, dare I say, jealous women, and the reason why I say some bitter, jealous ass women, because I had time, and I looked through some of these sisters' profile. I wanted to research and see who I was, doing a study on. A lot of these women, not all, but a lot of these women have baby daddies. So they didn't even have a successful unionship with the father of their children. Some of them several baby daddies. They're not married, single, and Mrs. I can do bad all by myself type attitudes. It's giving I can do bad all by myself. They don't even know what a successful relationship looked like. A lot of it's projecting heavy. And the funny thing is, if you go back to those videos that they're talking about, the interviews where they talk about how they met, this dropped 4 years ago, before Tobe Nwigwe got really big, in this music industry. And when you see the comments from back then when it dropped, a lot of people didn't have any issue with his language or his tone, or how he talked about how he met his wife. Which, by the way, unlike some of these rappers, this brother has his wife in pretty much all of his videos. He's the rapper, yet he's incorporated his wife, the mother of their 3 children, into his videos. So what is the problem? I don't like the way he said that. You don't like that the tables have turned? And she's basically the man in this situation? And Tobe is basically the woman in this situation? Also, it could be a cultural difference too. Because Tobe is a Nigerian American brother. And, even though he, has been influenced by living here in America, his parents are Nigerian. So, Nigerians, not all, but a lot of my Nigerian brothers, and shouts out to my Nigerian peoples. I got Nigerian in my blood too. But a lot of my Nigerian brothers are very transparent and very look, I say what I mean what I say. They don't hold back. They're very straightforward. All right. So they don't, because this is a different culture. They don't mean anything by it. That's just how they were raised. That's just how their culture is. So that could be another thing as well. But because a lot of people are self-centered, haven't traveled the world, and again, they are in their feelings, they are conditioned, and they are projecting because they're miserable when it comes to their dating options. This is the result of that. Thank God these women are not in her corner. Be weary of women like this. Be weary of women who just want drama, because that's what it is too. They're addicted to drama, so they gotta make a drama out of every goddamn thing. That's why Tyler Perry movies are so successful with black women. And I'm not saying all black women, but come on, facts are facts. This is horrible. This is horrible. Shouts out to Tobe and Fat. Again, 3 kids, 3 beautiful kids. Hey, what more could you want? Oh, if he didn't explain to me, if he didn't explain to the world how we met in this Disney-like setting, then I don't want him. That's not your nigga. Tobe is not y'all man, okay? Go get your own man. Mind your own damn business. That's the problem now. Y'all not minding your own business. And you wonder why you got several different baby daddies or a baby daddy. You didn't make it work. You couldn't make it work. Oh, it's just the man's fault? No, it's your fault too. You didn't know how to pick him. Let's just do it like that. If it's his fault, then that means you don't know how to pick a man. And evidently, Miss Fat knew how to pick a man. Because she's a pick me, right? All right, that's it. Hey, if you like it, love it, please subscribe. And please share too. Don't forget to share. If you didn't like it, leave a comment. Let me know what you didn't like about it. I try to, respond to all my comments, but some of y'all just be doing too much. And plus, I don't have enough time in the day to respond to every comment. With that said, holla.